driving through Tulum, and it was one of those times when you meet someone and you have a truly philosophical conversation with them. Truly deep, really getting to know the human being, and I find that so plentiful in this area. And we were talking about a black and white universe. You know, the whole universe, the way it works, it cycles back and forth. Everything is mathematical, everything is cut and dry. And as we got back and forth in this conversation of talking about everything from quantum physics to humanity to life and death and all the beautiful conversations that we can have, we ended up, he asked me a question, and he said, where's the gray area? He says, if you keep talking about black and white, you keep talking about this universe, it goes back and forth, where's the gray area? And I thought for a second, and that's us. We're the gray area in this black and white universe. We're the thing that stands out, the thing that's truly special as human beings. But far too often do we find ourselves pushing morality, pushing our beliefs onto other people rather than just accepting them. And it really made me think in that moment of what I went through a year and a half ago. So I'm a free diver, and I was diving off of Playa, and I was hit by a boat about 250 meters out. So I was out there on my own, which you're not supposed to do. I was out there without a buoy to show the boat where I was. And I've been out there for about 45 minutes. I just had it in my mind that I was going diving that day and I didn't care. And all I remember sitting on the top of the water was feeling the engine of the boat and the boat motor and having enough time to look up, and the boat was right there. So it went underneath of it and it cut me through 5 different places across my body with the propeller, and the boat kept going. So I swam about 150 meters with one arm and one leg in order to get to safety. And I wanted to explain that part because everybody realizes that the boat didn't stop to help me, that I was on my own, 250 meters off the shore. And the driver knew he hit me, and he proceeded to keep going. And I knew this within the first couple days of being in the hospital, and I remember everyone coming to me and saying, Adam, like, you should be so angry at that person, they hit you and they kept going, right? And the first thought in my mind was, but I wasn't being safe. I wasn't protecting myself. And in the 4 days that I was in the hospital, one person was allowed to see me for 1 hour a day. I was in the hospital for 4 days, completely alone, not being able to speak the language. And so I had a lot of time to think. And I had a lot of time to try and be angry, and I had a lot of time to blame, and I had a lot of time to do all of these things. But I had to think for a second, and knowing that he knew he hit me and kept going, I had to put myself in his shoes. And everyone kept telling me, you should be so angry at him. You should be so mad, you should be blaming, you should be pointing fingers, you should be doing all of these things. And I couldn't. Because in finding out that he knew he'd hit me and kept going, I found that out the first day. And what I also was told is that this person had a family. Hitting a tourist here, and that's what I was at the time, he would have lost everything. He would have lost his boat, he would have lost his life since he has children, he has a wife, he has a family. And I had to put myself in his shoes for a moment and really ask myself, would I have made the same choice? And what amazes me here, particularly in Playa, is we have a lot of empathic people, we have a lot of very beautiful, open souls who would tell me that, Adam, no, you wouldn't have made that same decision. You wouldn't have left that person there. But I would have. And I don't think I can blame any human being for putting their family first, for putting their family before a stranger, to be able to sit back and say, he had to let me die to make sure that his family wouldn't suffer. And not for a moment in thinking that could I possibly ever blame this person. Everyone talks about everyone hears this story, they all have the same reaction. They want me to be angry at this human being that made a choice that I would have. And I don't try and pretend that I wouldn't have made that kind of choice. And I don't think any human has the right to point to a finger to another person and focus on what they do and blame them for what they do when we don't know their story and we don't know where their morality sets in. We don't know what their personal beliefs and what their personal stories are and the other side of things. And this is what we do with morality all the time, is we project it onto the world. We look at the world through a lens that's not meant for us to look at everybody else, but it's meant for the world to look at us. I work in quite a